Hi there, Libby Templeton here with Faithful Hands Creations. Welcome to day 13 and happy Advent. We're continuing along with our Jesse tree ornaments, making them out of collage. And today we're going to continue talking a little bit and thinking about David. And the focus today is going to be called the Shepherd King. So let's go take a look at the 12 ornaments on the Jesse tree now and get right down into it. I'm glad you're here. And as we begin working on our ornament for day 13, we are going to be considering the Shepherd King. And the theme is God's unseen hand in leadership. The scripture for today is from 2 Samuel chapter 5, verses 3 through 5. So all the elders of Israel came to the king at Hebron, and King David made a covenant with them at Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel. David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned for 40 years. At Hebron he reigned over Judah 7 years and 6 months, and at Jerusalem he reigned over all Israel and Judah 33 years. The meditation that I have for you today is to explore David's journey from shepherd to king. And think about, how does God shape leaders? And what can you learn about His guiding hand in your own life? How might you be called to lead? Well, I realized after I did that reading from 2 Samuel that I did not turn on my extra light, so I just added that. But I had so much fun yesterday just doing the collage and not covering it over that I am wanting to do that again today. And as I think about Shepherd King and everything, I realized that around me I have a variety of things. In addition to all of those papers I've been working on some Christmas ornaments like I shared with you the other day. And one of the things I was putting on one of them was, what's this fun little glitterific polka dots. And so I always use, palette paper to do my paint mixing on and so forth. And then I keep that. I kind of peel them off and I can add it on collage and so forth. But this one and its leftover, look at how spectacular that is. I am definitely gonna be using this on here as something about the king and a crown or something. So let's just start looking through my papers and see what else we come up with. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I have cheated a little bit this time. I have given some thought as to what I wanted to do with that fun little stuff that was left over from something else that I was doing on my palette paper. So I've got that here. I decided I want to use a little bit of this lovely crinkly paper again. Of course, I've got something for my sky. And I want to use something that's going to kind of tie in the royal and something about him being a shepherd first and then the king. And so I thought I'd kind of divide it. Shepherd on this side and king on this side. So I cut up a little piece of paper. We'll see how that ends up on there. And I cut a piece of that potato chip bag into like a little crown. So, these were just things that I did kind of like a doodle time during the day when I had a few free moment every now and then. So we can work together and not take a long time to put this all together. Oh, and I also wanted to bring in some of this Hebrew scripture as well. So let's see, how do I want to lay this out? Let's go ahead and go this way. Oh, and you know what? Look, I have a couple little sheep here. So we're going to have fun with them. Yeah, I think I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. Get up my little piece of paper down here. You don't really have to watch me glue, but here we go. Add that. I think I was going to do it the other way, but that'll work. And then the scripture. Just putting glue on the back. And at least we have the verse numbers on there, so I know what is right side up and not right side up this time around. Okay. Cover all of that up. This is actually still from Genesis, but that's okay. It's all part of the story. You know what? Actually, you peel that back a little bit. I want to put this. It's going to be kind of like a little castle. I don't think they really had castles, and obviously David was before the temple. We're going to get temple tomorrow with Solomon, but anyway, let's kind of get that in there. Let's see. I didn't want it all covered up. Tear this back just a little bit. Oh. A little piece to cover there. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going to add this little bit of, we'll call it sand, dirt, land. I don't know. I should have actually, because it's tissue paper, I should have put that on with that matte medium so you could see through it better. You can still see through it a little bit depending on what angle you look at it. And I have this kind of for a little hill in the background. More of that egg carton. You know, I'm loving that. Oh, I am almost out of this little glue stick. Oops. Okay. Now, let's cut all that backing off of there, or the excess. So we can see where we are for the crown. So how is everybody's Advent coming along? I really would love to hear from you and see what's going on with you. Uh-oh, where did my other little... There it is. Got a little sheep. Let's put him, one of them. Kind of stick them up here on the hill. They're so silly. Oh my goodness. I want them to kind of show up a little bit though, so we'll put them up there. Okay, now I'll end up putting the crown. Maybe I'll put it down here so we can still see. And I think I'll just stick some of that on the bottom, the base of it. And then I have plenty to use for another project. Probably some more contrast would have been good back behind that, but it's okay. Now, good amount of glue back there. That on there, so we have a little bit of glittery shininess on that crown, the little jewels, if you will. I don't know that he really had all of that, but... And then I'm gonna do the little feet. Little feet sheep. Feet sheep. You know, I sometimes when I'm in a car and I have a heater that goes on my seat, I call it a seat. Oh goodness, I can't even make it right now. Okay, well, we'll forget about it. We'll just cut that out of there. These aren't quite as cute as the ones yesterday, but they'll work. Gonna get a little bit of fluffy. All right, let me go. I'm just gonna kind of trace around this. So it sticks up a little bit. Maybe I'll put a few windows. You ever noticed in castles it seems like they never have them in the same kind of a format? They aren't ever directly on the same line. And go around the crown a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're going to call this one day 13. Shepherd. King. And then I'm just going to put in the, how am I being called to lead? And I'm just going to add in here, how am I being called to lead? Okay, there's that one. It's a little bit fun. Again, like I continually keep telling you, these are just quick little easy things, and it's just come up with whatever's in your imagination. You know, I certainly don't intend you to copy me on these, though you could if you wanted to. But they're just fun. And I do often have the question about how am I being called to lead? So my did you know about Jessie trees today is about the largest stained glass Jesse window. Did you know that it portrays nearly 1,000 human figures? And did you know where it's located? It is found in France's Sainte-Chapelle Church. So I haven't found any of those other images that I've been telling you I should look up, but I sort of feel like I need to go look up that one. Surely we can find that one there. And if I can, I will post it. But anyway, I continue to wish you peace and joy through this Advent season. Thank you for joining me.